It's a beautiful day in Wyoming, and we're here in the famous Yellowstone National Park. We began our day in Yellowstone entering the Lamar Valley, a valley known as the Serengeti of North America. We got here through the northeast entrance. It was not busy at all, and it was beautiful to go in this way. We saw so much wildlife, mainly bison here, but it is a stunning area, so open, so vast, and you have the Lamar River rolling through. They're making noises. Now, before we entered Yellowstone, we had to pass through Shoshone National Forest, and this forest was beautiful. Here is some amazing drone footage we captured of the area. Surprisingly enough, we saw a lot of wildlife in the National Forest, even more than we did in Yellowstone. There were these funny little chipmunks, but actually I think they might be a type of squirrel that looks like a chipmunk, running all around up here at a lookout point. We got to see a marmot even eating some berries off a bush. And we saw a grizzly bear. This grizzly bear was around a herd of cattle, and the rumor is that I think this bear might have actually killed a calf, so that's not good news. They're probably gonna take the bear away, because once a bear kills cattle, it's more than likely going to do that again. But it was so crazy. We got to see this even before we entered Yellowstone. And in total that day, we actually saw, I think, 7 bears. Many of them were black bears, but we did see the one grizzly. There's a baby.
Is it?
Yeah, there's a baby with it. Here we are, Mammoth Hot Springs. Yesterday we were actually at another hot springs, the largest mineral hot springs in the world in Thermopolis, and that was really cool too. Recommend checking that out. But here in Mammoth Hot Springs, very beautiful. You can see it very far away when we were driving up to it. It has the white and orange striking look. There's multiple terraces here you can see. We parked by the bathrooms and just walked to the bottom. And it's a little windy today, so my hair is going crazy. But a quick fact about Yellowstone. So Yellowstone was actually the first national park in the world, founded in March 1st, 1872, signed by President Ulysses S. Grant. And Mammoth Hot Springs was one of the kind of first things to get commercialized, because people would come here to seek cures for ailments by getting in the waters. And today you're not allowed to get in the waters. That's all off limits, and for good cause, because it can be dangerous and hot. But it does smell slightly eggy, but not too eggy like some other places we've been in the world. And now we're gonna try and drive, or actually to the top of it, and try to get a look from the terraces just from this drive, rather than walk up the other terraces. Our next stop is the Norris Geyser Basin. It's the hottest and most acidic geysers here in Yellowstone, and as you can see, it looks pretty crazy. It's almost like another world. You got porcelain blue, milky blue basins, and then lots of steam vents with sulfur, and it smells a lot worse than Mammoth here.
So what you see behind us is the Porcelain Basin. We walk down right past the museum, and it's a really simple walk, so I highly recommend to come to this one.
Matt thought about skipping this. He was like, we don't need to stop there. And I've been here before, and I said, no, you need to stop here. It's really, really cool. So if you're in Yellowstone, this one is a must. Now on to another one, the Grand Prismatic Spring.
We're now at the West Thumb Geyser Basin.
And we were at Grand Prismatic Spring, which was very busy and very windy. My hair, I don't know if it's gonna recover, especially we had all the vapor, the sulfur, hot air blowing onto us too. It was pretty wild. And of course, it's very famous for its very intense, bright colors. So it is very cool. And then you have the Firehole River there that the runoff goes into, and that's very neat. But now this one is also very cool. We haven't seen many people talk about this, but you have a nice lake overlook, and then you also have all these pools that are really close together in this basin, whereas some of the other ones are more spread out.
Okay, now join us. We're going to take a quick walk around, and what's neat about this one, it's right on the lake, Yellowstone Lake.
Well, that does it for Yellowstone. We're here at the lake right now, and it's beautiful. It has very clear water, and apparently they think this lake was formed. They can't prove it, but they think the lake was formed from an explosion. And speaking of explosions, Yellowstone is a volcano, and if it were to erupt, it would cause mass destruction, not just regionally, but also globally. So let's hope that the Yellowstone caldera does not set off anytime soon. But now we're gonna go down to the Grand Tetons, and then eventually I maybe stop in Jackson, and then down to our Airbnb. We made it to the Grand Tetons. We stopped briefly at the Jenny Lake overlook. It's something definitely to check out. It's pretty. It has the lake and the close-up of the Grand Tetons. But this I think I like even better. There's horses and mules. If you don't know what mules are, they are donkey-horse mixes. And you have them set against the Grand Tetons here. It's so magical as an animal lover like me. Now we're going to try and catch Mormon Row before it gets too dark.
Okay, so we made it to the famous Mormon Row where all the barns are. If you Google Wyoming, this is probably what you're going to see a picture of. And I think the actual barn is a little further down than where we're at, but it's still pretty. Although there's a couple barns that look very similar. And that'll do it for this day. So we saw a lot today. We saw grizzly bears, black bear, we saw elk, we saw antelopes, we saw lots of game, buffalo. So it was really cool coming through the Shoshone, entering through Yellowstone, and then coming down the Grand Tetons. And it's definitely highly recommended. It is very famous. Everybody's probably heard of Yellowstone, the Tetons, but you definitely got to come see it. So like and subscribe for more Western content. We have more coming.